Welcome to Mastering Machines, where we discover tomorrow's reality.
Hi everyone, welcome to Mastering Machines, where we discover tomorrow's reality. The last 2 weeks have been flooded with AI model releases. We got Grok 3, we just got Claude 3.7, and now we have ChatGPT 4.5, the latest offering from OpenAI. OpenAI, of course, accompanied the release with a video from their developers and some of the people on their staff with warm lighting and contemporary furniture and talking about the actual model. So I want to talk about some of the key points from that video and some of the insights I saw online. This particular model is based off of two paradigms. These are methods that are used for training it. They use first scaling reasoning, which basically teaches the model to produce a chain of thought thinking. And that chain of thought thinking is used also in DeepSeek and the O1 models. This allows it to really excel in STEM related problems or logic related problems. I also want to talk about one of the most famous OpenAI alums, Andrej Karpathy, who actually talked about GPT 4.5 on Twitter. He first talks about how he has been waiting for the release of GPT 4.5 for nearly 2 years, ever since GPT 4 was released. And he goes into how the training methods work and how it's kind of the same, but there's some kind of incremental differences as far as how the models are trained, and also essentially the EQ of the model and how it responds to conversation and how it's able to pick up on all these different social cues within the context of the conversation. In the same Twitter thread, Andrej Karpathy asked 5 questions to GPT-4 and GPT 4.5. Each question was an interesting hodgepodge of creativity and intelligence. Let's look at 3 of my favorite questions from this thread. 1. Write a stand-up roasting OpenAI. My second favorite one was compose a reflective, witty poem from the viewpoint of a retired search engine, reminiscing nostalgically about the early days of the internet. And then the next one being create a dialogue between GPT 4.5 and GPT 4, where GPT 4.5 playfully and sarcastically roasts GPT 4 for its inferior capabilities, leading to GPT 4 humorously attempting to defend itself. And he actually took a poll within the Twitter thread for each question and both the responses, and a lot of the time 4.5 won. This leads into my other point regarding the OpenAI video and how they talked about the vibe check of 4.5 and how it uses EQ and emotional intuition about how to respond to questions and how to answer certain questions or with a certain tone or a certain sarcasm, which I think is really useful for times like this where people want to see more personality in their AI models. And in the video, they actually explain what vibe means in this context of, kind of testing the model. They're referring to how collaborative it is and how warm it is. One of the great moments of the video is when one of the developers is using 4.5 to basically send an angry text, but 4.5 kind of stops him and makes him hesitate and are you certain you want to send this angry text to your friend? So it's really something that's there as kind of more of a companion instead of just outputting something blindly. They also reduced the hallucinations pretty significantly, and then also they tested professional type prompts so they can make certain that it's actually getting factual information, for example, something in the workplace or retrieving some type of information. In the second half of the demo, they basically go through the evolution of different answers that all the different GPT versions have given. And it's really stark and really lets you know how far we've come in such a relatively short amount of time and how much further we have to go. And one of the last things that really captured my ear was that the fact that the model was trained over multiple data centers, but at the same time. So it lets you get a sense of how large this model is and what's going to be coming in the future for multi-data center trained models that will probably power the world. Remember, this has been Mastering Machines, Discover Tomorrow's Reality.